So, one of my favorite topics to talk about, and one of the things that I'm extremely passionate about, is the concept of consent. There was a whole movement about hashtag no means no that went on, and it really got me thinking. Now, of course, I want to just put out a disclaimer that in no way do I want to reduce what these women and men have gone through, and nothing justifies, disrespecting a person or violating a person in that way. But I do want to address the ingrained lack of consent that exists in society today. And I'm going to start with a small example. You're at a party, you're hungry, and there's one last piece of chicken or paneer or whatever left on the plate, and you want it because you're hungry, and your host says, would you like the last piece? And you say, oh, no, it's okay, I'm good, I'm fine, because it's the polite thing to do. So your host says, no, it's okay, why don't you take it? I think you look hungry, I think you should take it. Oh no, I'm good, I'm really good. And then your host says, I insist, you need to take it, you have to take it. And you say, oh, okay, if you're really, if you're forcing me, okay, all right, I'll do it, I'll have it. What did you do here? You essentially in this exchange said, no doesn't mean no. No means ask me again. No means insist. And that is my biggest problem with society today, that we don't speak up, we don't mean our no in everything. And we need to start. It's really simple. We need to start becoming men and women of our word. We need to start drawing a line in the sand and really, really sticking to it, because otherwise you're giving mixed signals to people. You're constantly doing that. It's considered polite to force a person to eat, especially in my culture. And in the Punjabi culture, if you don't force feed a person, you're not showing love. Now, when does that line get blurred and it goes from food to something else? How do you pinpoint that? As far as I'm concerned, no should mean no in all categories, right? And I noticed I was doing that. When I had this realization, I started noticing my behavior. And I noticed I would go to a friend's place for a party and say, I'm going to leave at 10 p.m. And I would get up at 10 p.m. and I would walk to the door. And then my friends would say, oh, no, come on, don't go. Oh, no, another 50. Come on, just sit down for another 15 minutes. Come on. And I would say, okay, all right, 15 minutes, okay. And 15 minutes would pass, 20 minutes, at the 22nd or the 23rd minute, I would get up and say, okay, I really need to go now. And I would get up again. And they would say, oh no, come on, Tanvi, listen, you gotta stay, okay? Stop making a fuss. Just sit down and enjoy yourself. Come on, don't do this. And then I would say, okay, another 10 minutes, sure. And then another 10 minutes would pass, and it would be 10:35, 10:40, and I would say, okay, I'm definitely gonna leave now. Okay, bye guys, I really gotta go. And then they would say, why are you trying to be so fussy? Why are you asking for so much attention? Just sit your ass back down and just leave when everyone else leaves. And I thought to myself, I don't mean what I'm saying. I have a buffer in my head. When I'm saying 10, I don't mean 10, I mean 10:45, otherwise I would have left at 10. Obviously, I'm okay with leaving at 10:45. And that's when I started changing my patterns. Now, what happens is, with people who are close to us, this is, by the way, very similar to my video on boundaries as well. With people who are close to us, we're willing to kind of, give and take a little bit. But it depends on our mood. So I found that when I started saying no and sticking to it, I found that with my parents I would do that, and I would say no, and then I would come to my room and I would think, but I'm okay with it, so why did I say such a hard no? And then I would go back and say, oh, I've changed my mind. Now, when you do that, again, you're basically saying no doesn't mean no. So here's my tip for everybody out there who's thinking, oh my god, I have to try doing this in my life, is say, give me a minute, let me think about it. Now think about your answer. Really, really consider, what do I want to do in this situation? And then give your answer and stick to it. When you're saying no, it's gotta mean no. There has to be no backpedaling on that no. Because otherwise, or it has to be, when you're backpedaling, when you're moving from no to yes, it has to be because you're choosing to say yes, not because a person has asked you X amount of times and now you're feeling socially obligated to say yes. And when we start doing that, we will automatically start respecting each other's boundaries better. There are still horrible people out there who will do horrible things, and there are different measures that we have to take, keep in place for them. But I'm talking about the small encroachment of boundaries that keeps happening because we don't understand and value and respect the concept of consent. So here's my request to everybody out there who's gonna listen in. Please mean what you say what you mean. No has to mean no, and if it's not no, then don't say it. Say maybe. Leave it open. Be vague. That's fine. If you're shutting the door, then it's gotta be locked for good. I hope this helps, and I will look forward to your comments in the comment section. And feedback is always welcome, so I really hope that you send me some. And I'll see you next time. Bye.